What's up, you guys? Chet Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all with another fun-filled vlog here in the state of Tennessee. And today, you guys, I have a very, very special adventure for you all. As of right now, we are the Appalachia, we are at the Appalachia Powerhouse here on the Hiwassee River. I also have a guest with me. Her name is Sally. And you guys, as we are walking along this very, very rickety bridge, we are not here because of the Appalachia Powerhouse. No, much like the Caney Creek Village video. By the way, I love how involved everyone was with that video. Means a lot to me. Well, there is a ghost town here in these mountains that tells a very, very similar story to Caney Creek Village. And part of its history started with the Appalachia Powerhouse. And that ghost town's name is McFarland, Tennessee. You see, McFarland, Tennessee started out as a railroad town back in 1895. It was a center of communications for the L&N Railroad. Now, you see, in McFarland, that is where TVA set up their operations to pour concrete for the Appalachia Powerhouse and part of the Appalachia Dam. Now, there is quite a few structures of that left in McFarland. But really, we are going to go out there today, you guys, and we are going to see what is left of this old town from a bygone era. But first off, I thought I would stop and show you all how big this flume line is. You see, the Appalachia Powerhouse helps out the Appalachia Dam. There is a flume line that runs about 8 miles upstream that runs from the dam to the powerhouse, and it powers up quite a few of the counties in the surrounding area, if anybody didn't know. But me and Sally are going to check out McFarland. So, without further ado, anchor down. Sally! All right, now, after about an hour and 30 minutes worth of driving, we have finally made it to the relics and the remains, the remnants of McFarland, Tennessee. Now, back while I was at the Appalachia Powerhouse, I didn't tell you about what the Appalachia Powerhouse served as. You see, it was constructed in the 1940s and it was completed in 1953. Its main use was to provide power for the war effort. Well, World War II. However, by the time it was finished, well, World War II had already been over by about 8 years. But to this day, the Appalachia Powerhouse is still being used. But we are here at our first building. Just to forewarn you, you guys, it is not easy to get out here. There is a way you can get here from Turtletown, Tennessee, and there is also another way to get here from my hometown in Cleveland. The Cleveland way is really not the best. It'll take you through quite a bit of a long dirt road that if your car is not equipped enough, well, you're kind of stuck. But anyway, this is our first building this building right here was the foundation to a concrete pouring plant. This concrete pouring plant was used to supply engineers with the concrete needed to build the Appalachia powerhouse. Back then, this building was so much taller than it is now. Just kind of a leftover remnant. And these trees, none of them were here at the time. But let's check it out and see. There is little Miss Sally, my guest for the day. But we are going to take a look at the top of it. Where we're standing at right now, this is where the trucks used to come in, park it themselves into the building, and this is where the concrete would be poured. And it kind of looks like someone has been camping. Sally, what you doing over there, Sally? Looks like she's just having her fun. All right, now, the next thing we are coming up to is a big concrete foundation. Honestly, I'm not too sure what this foundation was used for. I imagine it was probably used for the concrete pouring plant. I mean, maybe we can get around it a little bit more just to check it out. But again, not really a whole lot left. We will check this out though. It's very pretty, very colorful. This is why I love the mountains. So me and Miley, we're going to go to the dam here. Isn't that right, Miley? I mean, Sally. Wouldn't like me if I called her Miley. That's the other dog, my mama's dog. Anyway, let's go, Sally. Yes, Miley is having a lot of fun. I'm really glad I brought her because I've always wanted to bring somebody or someone or an ant or a pet out here. It just feels good to have somebody with me. No existential dread here. Nope. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Okay, maybe a little. And here we are. Now, I know it's not really a part of a dam, but it does control a lot of the streams here. It's really pretty too. What do you think of it, Sally? Do you like it? Do you like it, Sally? Yeah, I think she really likes it. And it kind of looks like it's been flooding a little bit. It's kind of interesting. And you know what, you guys? This pictures really do not do this dam structure any justice. This thing is huge. Just check it out. I mean, I'm down here and that's all the way up there. That's kind of far. But anyway, just check that out, you guys. That is beautiful. What you think of it, Sally? You getting cold? No? All right. Now, I heard that this right here, as you can see, as the old name implies, this is a tunnel system that goes beneath the mountains. But because the water is overflowing right now, we are not going to do that today, so let's check out the other part of McFarland. Alrighty, you guys, we are going to go to the city of McFarland. You see, this concrete pouring plant, this is on the outskirts of the city, or what was once the city of McFarland. You see, McFarland really wasn't all that big. It started in 1895. It was a railroad town. I know I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. And by the time this concrete structure was built, well, most of McFarland was gone. With the change of time, or the times, people going to cars, no longer using horse, buggy, trains. Well, within about 30 years, McFarland dried up. And we're about to see what's left of it. All right, now, after a 2-minute journey down the road, honestly, it's not that far away, you guys. We have reached the entrance to the city of McFarland. Or I shouldn't really say city, I'd probably say the town. There we go, a town. Now, honestly, you guys, you're really not gonna see a whole lot, but I will tell you all about the buildings that were once here. It's kind of rickety going down here. You know, it's really pretty through here. I really like, kind of like how the rocks trickle down to the railroad tracks. Right, and after about a 5-minute hike, we've come across a few railroad ties, perhaps leftovers of the days when McFarland was still active. But McFarland's survival solely existed upon these tracks right here. Now the next structure we're heading to, or I should say foundation, we are heading to a loading dock. This loading dock is where trains would come through here. They would drop their supplies. They would see how everything was going, and they would continue along their route. Perhaps that is why the L&N Railroad Company decided to make this a place of headquarters, or at least one of their headquarters for their company. And Sally is leading the way pretty well, if you ask me. And as we've been out here walking, you guys, I almost feel like this flatland that's right next to the tracks, I'm kind of wondering if that's where all the foundations are. I still haven't come across the loading dock, or at least the remnants of the loading dock yet. Well, after about 30 minutes of walking, I think me and Sally are gonna walk on back, because I can't find this thing, and really there's not a whole lot left of it. It's basically just like three stone blocks. Come on, Sally. But anyhow, and anyway, I want to talk about some of the buildings that were here at McFarland. You had a post office. You had about three or four residential homes. You had a hotel, 2-story. Often the locals at the time called it the government house, mainly because there was a lot of park rangers that stayed there. That was pretty much what their clientele consisted of. There wasn't really a whole lot. And the men, the workers of McFarland, they often kept the tracks going up until the day that McFarland finally shriveled up. But you guys, that's gonna be my vlog. That's gonna be it for today. I got my workout in, I'm feeling really good. But remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. That always means a lot, goes to show that y'all care, just keeps me going. So anyway, thank y'all very much. Love y'all. Vlog over.